Hey, what's up everyone? Morey Croson here, and this one thing I think is killing track and field. We're gonna go ahead and hop right into the video. This is the newest edition of the Performance Lab.
Reach your individual goals. You don't want to just talk about straight line speed. We also want to talk about your ability to be quick. We break down your video. Let's make you into the quarterback I know you can become.
So if this is the first time you've watched one of these videos, I do breakdowns on a lot of track and field type of events, 100, 200, sprinters, and I also do stuff on sports as well, do like throwing for quarterbacks as well as I've done some other things. But the main thing I want to talk about today is something that is really having a negative effect on the track and field at large. And so what I'm going to do, and I don't know, I mean, if you know me personally, you know that I enjoy the occasional the occasional horse betting event, you know, like going to the horse races from LA. So there's some different options that we can go to, and I was exposed to it at a young age. I like to gamble, but this, I think, to me, is the main reason that track and field has such a bad rap. So if you are unfamiliar with horse racing, then you know that or let me give you a bit of a background, and if you are familiar, this will all, you know, obviously, you can fast forward if you want to, but you have the ability to bet a horse to win, a horse to come in second, a horse to come in third, right? The win, place, or show, or finish in the top three, right? So you're a winner if they finish in the top three, winner if they finish in the top two. You can also go and finish, like you do like an exacta where you can get the top two. You can do the trifecta where you pick 1, 2, 3. You can do a superfecta where you go 1, 2, 3, 4. Daily double where you get 2 consecutive, right? So you can see, pick 3, it would be 3 consecutive. So there's a lot of things that you can do that give you the opportunity to, just gamble, right? Give you chances to win, right? And so this is what's, in my opinion, killing track and field is now we go to, for instance, the 100 meter today. The only thing that you can bet, and this is for this is going to be for tomorrow, then the finals. The only thing that you can bet is for the winner, right? And that's for all the events, okay? For shot put, for the 100 meter hurdles, like you can only bet the winner. You can't bet a place, you can't bet a show, you can't bet I mean, obviously you could do 2 people to win in different events, but you can't bet on the semifinals, you can't bet on the heats. There's nothing that you could really do. All you could do is just bet on the finals. And in my opinion, this isn't a great thing for the sport because it doesn't create that level of really attraction to it, right? If I was able to, for instance, with this, like, you know, take a gamble on maybe Christian Coleman top 3 or Johan Blake coming in the top 3. Like, it would give more reason for me to bet. Like, you know, Fred Curley's a huge favorite. So there's a great reason to obviously bet on Fred Curley, but like the odds for a lot of this stuff could be so much better, right? Because we don't know who's going to end up, winning or coming in second, coming in third, but it's like not a great bet to put anything other than on, you know, really any of these guys. And, you know, even like a Zarnell Hughes, I made a video about how he could potentially be, you know, somebody that can come in. So it would be great to be able to say, yeah, he might finish in the top 3, right? I would bet on that. But it's hard to bet that he's going to win. Like, that's a huge stretch, okay? Same type of thing with like another good one in my opinion. Oh, this is men's only. If we went to women and the 200, right? Because there's a lot of great runners in the 200. A big one would be Abby Steiner, okay? Like even Shelly Ann Fraser-Price. Like, I mean, there's a lot of Jenna Prandini could be somebody that could get in the top 3 or something. But all you could do is bet to win, right? And so not only is this an issue to me, but it's also just the lack of being able to see these type of competitions. So, you know, with horse racing, and I know we don't get a lot into the different horse racing that's happening right now with this, but if we were going to, you know, look, there's horse racing happening all the time in different parts of the world. We only a lot of times get these events. Like last time we got to see Sharika Jackson, Elaine Thompson, we didn't even get to see Abby Steiner, Jenna Prandini, Gabby Thomas, all of them run in one time, like one event was last year in the Olympics, okay? And not that they all need to be racing against each other all the time, but even having, you know, some of these other women and them competing more often that would give us a lot more exposure to a lot of these athletes, and even making it so, to me, like, why aren't there any type of events like hyping this up, like the World Championships? Like, why wasn't there any type of, it's like if there's a UFC fight or a boxing fight, like they have all this time of being able to kind of promote it and bring on like this level of competition, right? We saw in the US championships that Noah Lyles and Ariane Knighton at the end, and even Fred Curley, you could say, had an interview, all three of them, and just putting them in that little bit of time, asking those little bit of questions. We saw controversy. We saw stuff that's like, oh yeah, we're excited for that men's 200, right? I know I'm excited for the men's 200. Imagine if 3 days ago, there was a news conference and there was Ariane Knighton there was Noah Lyles there, all those people were there, and we were able to see, they were able to ask them questions, right? We were able to see some of these guys and be able to see who they think is going to win, right? What they've been doing with the training. Just create some controversy. Let's hear, what Noah Lyles has to say. Let's hear what Ariane Knighton has to say. Let's be able to bet on these two. Like, why is it so limited with what we can do from a betting perspective? And all this is going to negatively impact your ability to get sponsorships, the ability to show anything on TV. I was trying to even find, look through and find the heats going into the 100. It's like impossible to find any of this stuff on and I have channels where I have like a million different channels. It's like impossible to find the World Championships, the track and field World Championships, and that's because there's just no marketing around it. So to me, that's what's killing the track and field. I'm interested to hearing what your guys' opinions on this are, right? If you feel like I'm correct, or if there's any other ideas. There's almost a part of me that's like, I want to start my own thing. I want to make it so we can get some level of competition. We don't need the best guys. We just need some guys that are willing to run, some guys that are willing to compete, and I think it would give us a great events to watch, and if we can bet on it, it would just make it that much better. Oh wait, here we go. We can go horses here, right? So look at how easy it is to be able to bet on some of this stuff, right? To win, play, show, all three. Like add to bet slip. Like boom, I could easily. This took me 3 seconds. Okay, look at how easy it would be to be able to do that same thing. I don't know why this isn't available. Let me know what you think in the description down below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to learn a little bit more about how to run faster, or what you can do within some of your mechanics. And I would highly recommend checking out some of our other videos. Again, subscribing. You could also go in the description. We have a lot of different programs to be able to help you out as well. But most importantly, I want to hear you guys' opinions on this. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.